So welcome to Sunday Night Yin. I think these classes are good because they remind me what day it is. I forget what day it is unless I'm doing a class. So if you've got the playlist, if you want to start that now, we'll make a start in a moment. So Yin is, and restorative yoga itself is very restorative, very slow. So the next 60 minutes, I'm going to do a really deep, slow practice with the breath, taking the poses a little bit deeper. And we're going to start in a seated position. If you've got a cushion, you can prop it behind you, maybe just in the back of your hips so that your hips tilt forward. Just helps the body sit in the pose. And then before we start the practice, I'm just going to take a moment to arrive on the mat. So placing the hands on the knees, if that feels comfortable. Palms can be facing down so that we feel nice and grounded. You're going to close the eyes, soften the eyelids, and just notice how your posture feels. So we're just going to start by checking in with the body, so we're not going to be here for too long. I want us to just notice how the back feels sat upright. See if you can let the shoulder blades be heavy. See if you can keep the shoulders away from the ears. So you can imagine you've got a big grapefruit in between your chin and your chest. So we're stood nice and tall. So from the top of the head down to the base of the spine is one nice straight line. And this evening I'm going to work with the concept of trying to go deep into the practice. So we're going to do quite a bit of pranayama, which is breath exercise. Prana meaning energy, so working with the energy lines of the body. So whether that's new to you or not, just trying to use a beginner's mindset for the next 60 minutes. Especially seeing as the weather's being warm today, it's quite nice to end the day with a yin practice. So just letting the mind slow down, letting the body arrive to the mat. Start to notice any sensations in the body. Maybe notice the natural rate of the breath. Maybe notice the temperature on the skin. And then gently bring into your awareness the reason why you stepped onto the mat this evening. So yin is quite slow for the body, but can be quite challenging for the mind. So inevitably at the moment during the pandemic and in natural modern day life anyway, we've got a lot of tensions built up, got often a lot of anxieties. Just bringing them to your awareness so that we can see if we can use the breath and the poses to try and let go of any of that negative experience. Really just sit with the breath and the mind and see what's happening for you right now. So option to set an intention for yourself for the next 60 minutes. Something you maybe need to let go of. Maybe a bit of tension in the body, or maybe just to maintenance, just keep on top of the body and the health and the mind. Making a promise to yourself for the next 60 minutes you'll listen to the body. Don't get frustrated if the mind is busy or the body feels anxious or irritable. And then when you feel like the body and the mind has arrived to the mat, I want you to gently blink your eyes open. See if you can keep your eyelids halfway, so kind of in between open and shut. Make a point in front of you on the ground to focus on, and then we're just going to connect with the breath exercise. So right hand's going to come in the middle of the chest, and left hand's going to come over the belly button. So really pushing your hand into the body, not too forceful, just so that you can feel the breath move through the body. So we're going to connect with the yogic breath, which is the three-way breath. So on the inhale, take a deep breath in, feel the belly rise. Hold at the top of your breath. On the exhale, feel the belly fall. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. Make sure the shoulders are nice and heavy. Away from the ears. Exhale, release. Inhale deeply, feel the belly rise. Hold at the top. Exhale, release. See if you can take it a little bit deeper. This time you're going to inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Make sure the chest is nice and soft and the shoulders are away from the ears. And then exhale, release. Inhale deeply. Feel the belly rise. Hold at the top. All that oxygen staying in the body, getting it sent all to the organs and the parts of the body. And then exhale, release. One more yogic 3-way breath. Inhale as deeply as you can till you feel you can't breathe in anymore, and then hold at the top. Close the eyes if you feel a bit distracted. Hold the breath for as long as you can. Feel the body nice and still. And then exhale, release. Before we start to come lay down to the mat, so we're going to do quite a lot of supported poses. I just want us to move any energy or distraction from the body. So you can do this, if sitting down causes you any pain, you can do it standing up, or if you want to, you can maybe come forward onto your knees. I'm just going to move into the arm. So for me, I'm going to come onto my knees, that's a little bit better. Wherever you are with your legs, just want you to start inhaling your shoulders towards your ears, and then exhale, roll them back down. So on the inhale, we bring our shoulders towards the ears. On the exhale, we pinch our shoulder blades together. The arms should come back slightly and then back. So let the arms be heavy either side of the body. Inhale up, exhale back. So on the inhale, your arms will kind of come forward a little bit, shoulders to the ears. On the exhale, pinch the shoulder blades together and the arms will go back. So we're really opening into the heart. Inhale up, exhale down. So taking nice circles here as we inhale up. And as we exhale down and round. Inhale up. Exhale down. A couple more of these. Inhale up. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. One last one. And then gently release. And then you're going to take your right hand and you're going to grab the back of your left side of the neck. And then we're going to give ourselves a little massage to release any tension in the muscles. So keep the head nice and straight. Try not to tuck the chin too much. I want you to pull the skin and really kind of give yourself a bit of a massage all the way down to the right side, the front of the shoulder. So starting at the left side and then just really giving yourself a massage. Pull all the muscles down. Give yourself a little bit of a massage from left to right. Taking it at your own pace. Go nice and slow if that feels nice. If you find a particular part of the neck that feels a little bit tense, maybe just stop in there and just give yourself a little bit of a massage. Small circles, nice and gentle. Really letting the shoulders be heavy as you do this. One more. And then when you're done with that side, let the right hand fall down the side of the body. Close down the eyes and just notice any sensations in the right hand. The right leg. So starting to go a little bit deeper into the practice, we want to bring our awareness inwards. So if you can, for the next 60 minutes, you can keep your eyes closed. I really want us to feel the sensations in the body as we start to change the energy and really start to get rid of any of the negative energy so that we feel completely restored. And then when you're ready, gently place the left hand to the right side of the neck. And again, just pull down and making sure you're not hurting your skin if you're pulling too much, but just trying to work your way through them muscles. All the way down, maybe come down to your chest, side of your, kind of by your armpit, wherever you get to that feels quite nice. And then again, if you feel a particular part, so a really common part, it's kind of just as you get to the top of the shoulder, the neck, you probably have a bit of a knot there, which is where we hold the tension. Weight of the world on our shoulders is a common saying. Maybe just stopping there and giving yourself a little bit of a massage. Remembering to connect with the breath, so deep inhales and exhales as we do this. Taking a couple more of these. One last one, see if you can really go deep into the muscle as you pull down and then gently release that left hand. This time noticing any sensations in the left hand, the left elbow, the left arm. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale your hands up to the sky like two lines either side of the ear. And then you're going to drop your arms either side into cactus. So on the inhale, we're going to reach up nice and tall. Exhale down to cactus. On the inhale, I want you to really reach up, but keep your arms away from your ears. And on the exhale, see if you can pinch your shoulder blades together and really open your heart out. So inhale, reach up. Exhale down. Really deep breath. So on the inhale, really fill the belly with air. On the exhale, sink them arms down. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up, 5 more of these. Exhale, really pinch the shoulder blades together. See if you can really get deep into them shoulder blades as you come down into cactus. 2 more of these. Sit with the breath. If the body or the mind starts to wander, deepen the breath. Bring that back to the focus point. 1 more. Nice. And then on the next breath, you're going to sweep the arms either side to prayer. And the exhale, bring them down to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. So on the inhale, reach up and just bring your awareness to the fact that we're trying to move the body before we come to stillness. On the exhale, bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Inhale, really reach up, really reach the fingers up to the sky. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. Before we start to come down to the mat, I want you to place your hands in front of you like a zombie. I want you to start circling the wrists. And then let's start circling the opposite way. Then we're going to see if we can shake any last bits of negative energy off. So you're going to shake your hands in front of you. Just see if you can imagine you're trying to shake something off your wrists. Close down the eyes so your awareness comes into the sensations in the hands and the arms. And then if that feels okay, you can stay there. Option to take your hands above you to the sky and just keep shaking the arms. So really starting to get rid of any of the energy, any maybe some frustration. Maybe you can feel it, maybe you don't realize. Just start to really throw the arms to the sky and then gently take them out either side, like a big T. Starting to go a little bit quicker if that feels right. Creating some heat and some space in the heart space. And then gently place your hands on your knees. Just notice how your arms feel. Close down the eyes. Maybe that's created some energy in the arms, the hands. Taking a couple more deep inhale in. Exhale out. And then when you're ready, if the eyes are closed, gently blink them open. We're going to come down to the mat into supported butterfly legs. So using your cushions here, you're going to set yourself up so that when you come laying down to the mat, you've got a bit of a slope, so a bit like you're on a sunbed. So you can see that. So if you've got a bolster, then that's great. If not, cushions, I'm working with cushions. Just place the cushions up the mat. And if you can, if you've got a smaller one, you can place that under the head. So where your head's going to be when you come up that line down. I'll do yours now. To really getting as many cushions as you can. And then walking the back of the hips to the bottom of the cushions. See if you can really walk your hips back. Seeing if you can untuck the pelvis. So, I mean, depending on how it feels for you, it's likely to feel better if you can tilt the pelvis forward. So as if you're sticking your bum into the ground rather than tucking the pelvis under. Just listen to the body and see what it needs. And then when you're ready, use your hands to sit nice and tall. Place the soles of the feet together, butterfly the legs out either side. Gently bounce into the knees just to release before we come to the ground. And then make the spine nice and tall, and then gently lower yourself down so that your back is caught by the cushions. So just work with what's best for you with your hips and your knees. You might actually feel better when you come lay down to tuck your pelvis. So your tailbone's tucked under. And then with your arms, you've got options. So if you just want them back down by the side, then, or maybe on your stomach, that could be quite restorative. Otherwise, you're going to reach your hand up to the sky, above the face, and then see if you can cactus your arms so your elbows come to the ground. And then maybe you can release your elbows to the ground so that your arms are either side like a T. So we're doing the opposite of what we do most days, which is with our arms forward, our heart space slightly restricted, our shoulders slightly hunched forward. Seeing if you can find a place where the heart and the front of the chest feels open, so the shoulders are relaxed. If your arms are kind of suspended in the air, see if you can put a cushion under them, or maybe just place the palms into the ground so they feel nice and heavy. Closing down the eyes if they're open. So we're starting with this pose. It's a really restorative pose. But at the same time, the body can let go and relax into the pose. Using the butterfly legs, we can get a bit of a hip opener at the same time of a heart opener. If your legs don't feel right in this pose, then you can push your feet into the mat. Feet can come mat width distance, and then gently let your knees come in and meet in the center. So just find what works for you. Keep the eyes closed. And remember, it's not about doing it right, it's about listening to what your body needs. Trying to zone out of the idea that we need to do the pose perfect. And just listen to what the body needs right now. So wherever your legs are, I want you to see if you can really relax the hips. Noticing the heart space, the front and the back of the chest. Seeing if you can imagine the back, so where the shoulder blades are, has got a magnet to the ground. It's nice and heavy. So the body is suspended but fully supported by the cushions. Just see if your body is holding on to any tension. See if we can completely let go. Let the body be heavy, switch off all the muscles. We're going to connect back in with the yogic breath to help us do this. So inhale deeply for the count of 3. Hold at the top of your breath. And then exhale through the nose. Inhale deeply, sending all that fresh oxygen into the belly. Hold at the top. Soften the chest into the cushions. Keep that breath held. And exhale. Inhaling deeply. Hold at the top. Exhale. Continuing with the 3-way yogic breath at your own pace. So picking a number that works for you to breathe in, hold the breath, and then exhale. Being patient with yourself if you lose count or you get distracted by any other sensations. Just bring your awareness back to the breath. We've got a couple of minutes in this pose. See if you can really go deep into relaxation. As you breathe in deeply, make sure you feel that air reaching the bottom of the belly. As you hold the breath, make sure the body is nice and heavy, not tight or restricted. And then as you exhale out, completely let go of anything you're holding on to. Just feels not right. Any negativity, any anxiety, any anger, any fear, any hurt. Wherever you've got the legs, maybe in butterfly, maybe the knees together, option to change them for the last half of the pose. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit and just change it by a centimetre can make a big difference. Making sure the eyelids are heavy. Noticing the weight of the body into the cushions, the back, the shoulders. Noticing the heart space, the front and the back of the chest. See if you can let the shoulders just sink a little bit deeper into the ground. Notice the forehead is holding any tension. See if you can just soften. Continuing with the three-way breath. And then after your next exhale, when you're ready, we're going to start to do some detox breaths before we come out of this pose. So keeping the arms and the legs nice and heavy, you're going to take a deep inhale through your nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Noise is welcome as this really helps release the muscles in the chest. Inhale in deeply. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in deeply. Exhale out. Inhale deeply. Exhale out. Inhale deeply. Exhale out. Last one. Inhale as deep as you can. Refill the belly with air. When you're at the top of your breath, see if you can breathe in a little bit more air. And then exhale, release. Gently bring the knees together if they're in butterfly. And then gently just sway your knees from side to side, just starting to release into the hips. Keeping the eyes closed. And then when you're ready, rolling over onto your right side. See if you can release yourself from the cushions and just shove the cushions away. Or maybe just lay on the cushions on your right side for a moment. Scrunching your knees up towards your chest as close as you can. And just give your body and mind a chance to settle before we come back up to sitting. And then only when you're ready, you're going to use your hands to push yourself back up to a seated position. You can keep the cushions in a lengthways position. We're going to do the opposite. So in yoga, we have yin and yang, we have left and right. We always do the reverse pose, the counter pose, as we call it, to make sure that we're in complete alignment. So we're going to do supported child pose. So making the knees as wide as you can. Sit back into the heels. And then setting the cushions up in front of you so that your chest is going to come down and be supported by the cushions. So seeing if you can walk the cushions in between your knees. Stack them up as much as you can. So I really want you to, even if you need to use a pillow, a cushion, whatever you've got, see if you can stack it as high as you can so the body feels completely supported. Gravity will help take its course in this pose as well. So you will get a little bit of extra space with gravity on the earth. And then when you're ready, sitting yourself up nice and tall. Take a couple of rolls of the shoulders just to get any clicks out. Taking knees as wide as you can. And then place your hands either side of the cushions and just see if you can keep a straight spine. It can really help get a little bit deeper in the hips. So really see if you can lengthen your spine away from the pelvis. so you're nice and tall. And then gently lower the chest down the cushions, walk the hands either side of the cushions. Place your left cheek into the mat, so you're looking over the right shoulder. Arms can be reached out in front, but for a more restorative pose, you're going to walk your elbows towards your knees. So the arms aren't reached out in front. Instead, they're either side of the cushions, nice and relaxed. Take whatever you need to with your neck so that your left cheek can completely be supported into the mat with the cushions. And then notice if your hips are holding any tension. Your hips should be supported by the heels or the cushions. See if you can just completely sink into the hips. Close down the eyes if they're open. I'm going to connect again with the yogic breath. Take a deep breath in for the count of 3 through the nose. Hold at the top. And then exhale, release. Inhale in deeply. Feel the belly push against the cushions. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale, feel the heart melt a little bit further. Inhale in. Hold at the top, make sure the body's nice and soft. Exhale, release. Inhale in. Hold at the top. Exhale, let the heart melt a little bit more. Make sure the eyelids are soft, make sure the forehead's soft. We're going to stay here for 10 more breaths with the left cheek into the mat. So if your arms feel comfortable, leave them where they are. Otherwise, you can walk your hands either side of the feet with the palms facing up. And this can be quite restorative as well. Close down the eyes, connect with your yogic breathing. Count your breath. In, hold, and exhale. With each exhale, feel the heart really sinking into the ground a little bit more, the hips releasing a little bit further. As you inhale in, feel the belly push into the cushions. As you hold, soften the body. As you exhale, go a bit deeper into the toes. Take one more deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. Then we're going to change the neck. So gently keeping your body where it is. Just gently lift your head up. Place your right cheek into the mat this time. Getting a bit of a twist in the opposite direction for the neck. If this causes any pain, you can put your chin or even your forehead into the cushion. Seeing if you can make an adjustment so that your neck can be twisted to the left. Really release that right cheek into the cushion. Pick your arms, so maybe your elbows by your knees and your hands are relaxed, or maybe the back of the hands is into the floor, either side of the feet. Connect back in with the yogic breath. Deep inhale in. Hold the breath. Exhale. So as we take a deep breath in, we're energizing the body with oxygen. As we hold the breath, we're calming any busyness in the mind. And as we exhale, we're releasing any of the negative energy that the body naturally holds. Try not to be judgmental if you know that your body's holding on to tension you can't quite release. It's completely natural, but we're just training the body and the mind to learn ways to self-soothe. A deep breath in. Hold the breath, bring your awareness to the present moment. And then exhale. Let the body sink a little bit further. Inhaling deeply. Hold at the top of the breath. Take 2 more rounds of breath at your own pace. So maybe you want to deepen it and count really high to maybe 6 or 7 on the inhale. And then hold. Maybe just quick breath. Take what's right for you. And then when you're ready after your next exhale, first of all, you're going to lift your head off the mat. Just very gently take your gaze forward. And then just start to look over your right shoulder. And then look over your left shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. And then look over the left shoulder. Just see if you can get a bit of fluid movement into the neck. So look to the right, look to the left. Right and left. Using the hands, you're going to gently walk your hands back. Push yourself back up. Back onto the heels. And then releasing the cushions either side. You're going to find a comfortable seated position. And we're going to do some pranayama breath exercise. If you've got a candle, we're going to use that now. So, you can do this lying down if you need to, or standing, whatever's best. Otherwise, finding a comfortable seated position. See if you can get a cushion and just prop it to the base of the spine so that your pelvis is tilting forward. It really helps the body sit in the meditation pose. And then if you've got cushions that can support the knees, I'd recommend that as well. So maybe just propping them underneath the knees. And just find a comfortable position. If you need to, maybe roll the shoulders, maybe take some circles with the head and the neck. Take whatever movement you need to so that you can come to a place of stillness. And then finding a nice comfortable position. You've got a candle, maybe that's already lit. Or maybe if you've not, if you want to light it now. Doing this outside, probably not the best idea. The flames can go. Like bonfire night with Josh Sticks. Whilst you're waiting, just close down your eyes and find a comfortable seated position. So in meditation, we need to make sure that the body and the mind can be still. So if you've got any kind of aches or pains in the body, then make an adjustment so that your body can feel it, find a place of stillness for a few moments. Taking a few deep breaths in. And then with your candle, or I'm using it, candle and a Josh stick, place it in front of you. You can hold it if you wish for a bit more attention. We're just going to see if we can go a little bit deeper into meditation by bringing our focus to either the flame or the smoke coming off the Josh stick. Josh stick? Not sure that's what it's called. Josh stick. Josh. Not like Josh the boy. So whatever you're working with, make sure that you're sitting in a comfortable seated position with your spine nice and long. Hands can come to the knees with the palms facing down. If it's better, you can place your palms facing up with your thumb and your index finger together to create a mudra. Just options here so that you can really release the hands into the knees. And then I want you to lower the gaze halfway and pick your focus point on either the smoke or the candle. Just going to relight my dad's because it's out. And then taking a couple of deep breaths in so that we can bring the awareness to the present moment. Find a comfortable place for your neck to pick something to look at. So if you're not using a candle, then you can just look at the ground. Otherwise, maybe placing the candle at a comfortable point in front of you so that when you're looking down, your neck feels quite neutral. So maybe walk it away a little bit so that you've not got too much of a crick in the neck. And then placing your attention on the flame or the smoke. I want you to really zoom in your awareness on the flame. Make that your focal point. Almost glue your vision to that point. Being patient with the body if the awareness starts to drift, just gently bring it back. We're going to start to connect with the breath by keeping our gaze in that one place. So as you inhale in deeply through the nose, and then exhale out. Take a deep inhale through the nose for 2, and then exhale for 4. Make sure the knees and the legs are nice and heavy. Keep your focus point in front of you. And then continuing to breathe in for the count of 2 and out for the count of 4. So no matter what happens, our focus point stays on the candle or the smoke or the flame. Our awareness stays on the breath, so we're going to inhale in for 2 and exhale out slightly longer for 4. This really is about training the body and the mind to stay focused. So if the body starts to feel distracted, just gently bring your eyes back to that focus point and your awareness back to the breath. In for 2, out for 4. Notice how easy the mind wanders, how easy the body wants to move out of the pose. See if you can just really connect with the breath and that focus point. Find a place of stillness. Inhale in for 2. And as you exhale out, feel the body soften. Notice the mind wants to look away from the focus point, following the flame or the smoke. If there's any particular sensation in the body that's really grabbing your attention, maybe a crick in the neck, it's really distracting, then I want you to just send your awareness there and just maybe move your neck slightly, or your hips or your leg or wherever it is. We want to train the awareness to focus. We don't want the body to feel restricted or panicked. You've got your music close by, maybe turning the volume up a little bit more so that the focus really is in the present moment. We're sitting with stillness, we're focusing on that flame in front of us. We're concentrating on the breath, and everything else outside of that space no longer exists. What happened yesterday no longer exists, and what may happen tomorrow does not exist. with the breath. In for 2, out for 4. And be kind to yourself if you're getting distracted, maybe a little bit bored or irritated. It's all practice. Even if you get distracted, you're still doing it right. In for 2, out for 4. If it feels right, extending that exhale this time for 6. So deep inhale for 2, and then really extend the exhale. Inhaling. Exhale out, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Taking 5 more rounds of breath, keeping that focus point. Not trying to force the attention, but just gently placing it on the candle or flame. Focusing on the breath. And everything else fall by the side. Any other to-do lists in the mind, any of the aches in the body, maybe the hunger pains, anything like that, just let it go. And then after your next exhale, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take any intuitive movement that you need to. So for me, my neck starts to get a little bit achy, so maybe just taking some nods of the head forward and back. Maybe some circles of the head. A nice round, slow motion. And then change direction if you are doing circles ahead. And then gently placing the arms out in front of you. I want you to reach away from your body with your arms, but see if you can keep your back where it is. So your arms are reaching forward, but your back is staying still. Spread the fingers. And then place your right hand on your left shoulder and your left hand on your right shoulder. Really hug your shoulders in so you can get a nice stretch in the back. Gently take your gaze up to the sky, but keep the arms where they are. Gently look over your left shoulder. Gently look over your right shoulder. Deep breaths in, gently look over your left shoulder. Gently over the right shoulder. Gently unravel the arms. Release the hands to the knees. Take some circles with the shoulders. And then before we come down to the mat, just starting to really make them shoulder circles a little bit bigger and then bring the arms in. So keep the elbows bent, just start to circle round. This is always a really crunchy pose for me, but I love that feeling of crunch into my shoulder blades and then change direction forward. Nice. Take any movement you need to before you come down to the mat. So maybe reach to the sky, maybe twist to the right, to the left. And then we're going to come down and we're going to use the cushions to do an inversion. So the first inversion we can do a supported bridge. And then we have options to take it a little bit further. So you've got 2 ways of coming into supported bridge. You can prop yourself onto the cushion. So as many cushions as you can. Place your back of your pelvis onto the cushion, feet into the mat, and then gently lower back down to the mat. Or maybe if you want to come down into the mat and then just lift your hips up to the sky and then shuffle the cushions under the hips. So as many cushions as you can, but making sure that you don't put any pressure on the back of the neck. So not having any cushion under the head. We want a nice space between the chin and the chest. So for me, I'm going to sit onto the cushion so that my coccyx and pelvis is completely supported by the ground. And then gently walking yourself back. Lay down onto the mat. So the hips are getting an inversion here. So the hips are higher than the heart. So feet are going to be on the mat. Walk out your shoulders and your back and your neck so you've got a nice long spine. See if you can make a nice space between your chin and your chest. Hands can come to the hips. Or if you want a bit more of a deeper stretch for your arms, you can place them out like a T, either side of the body. Close down the eyes if they've opened. And then option to walk the feet mat width distance and then let the knees fall into the center line. If that doesn't feel right, then you can just keep the feet into the mat and the knees parallel. Close down the eyes, then we're going to connect in with the breath. So we're going to inhale in deeply for 4. Exhale for 8. Inhale in deeply for 4. Exhale for 8. As you inhale in, feel the belly rise. As you exhale out, really feel the chest fall into the ground. Inhale in deeply. Exhale. Find a pace of the breath that works for you. So really try to slow down the breath so that when we're in inversion, it might only be slight, but we've still got a different flow of the body and the energy in the body. So the hips are slightly higher than the heart, so the blood's pumping in a slightly different way. The back's fully supported by the ground, the hips are fully supported by the cushions. Soften the forehead. And then option to stay there if that's enough for you. If you want to, you can bring your knees up towards the chest so that the feet come off the mat, making the inversion a little bit deeper. And then second option is to straighten the legs as much as you can to the sky. Flex the feet if you want a deeper stretch in the back of the legs. Lock the knees out, make the legs nice and straight. Make sure the lower back's still nice and connected to the mat. We don't want an arch in the lower back. Oh, sorry, the lower back will be connected to the cushions. Feeling that flow of blood down from the legs and the feet, the hips down to the heart. Soften the jaw. If your legs are in the air, options to take them out to a wide V. Just getting a bit deeper into the hips. And then option to maybe draw little circles with your feet. So you're getting deeper into the hips here and an inversion. Not taking too big movements, just very nice and gentle. Having a little bit of play. So maybe it's nice to stretch your legs up to the sky, maybe take them out to a V, maybe cross them back over each other. Make some shape with your legs, or if your feet are on the mat, and just gently sway your knees from side to side. Remembering to stay connected with the breath, so deep inhale in, deep exhale out even further. Deep inhale in, deep exhale. Your legs are in the air, gently bending the knees first of all, pausing there, and then gently returning your feet back down to the mat. Notice any difference in the energy in the legs. A bit like an egg shaker, when a timer, when we turn it upside down, we change the flow of the energy. Notice the energy in the legs. And then when you're ready with your arms, you're going to place your right hand on your left shoulder and your left hand on your right shoulder. So crossing the hands over the body. See if you can find a point of relaxation. So you can even reach the right hand under the armpit, maybe the left hand on top, and maybe under. See if you can cross the arms over the body so you can completely relax them. It's almost like a rag doll. You pulling the arms in opposite direction. The weight of the arms should give you a nice deep stretch in the shoulders. Make sure the eyes are closed. Relax the hips into the cushions. Feel the energy in the heart space. The arms crossed over the heart space. Notice the heartbeat through the chest. This is the belly rise and fall with the breath. Let go of anything that no longer serves you. Let go of any negative energy. Let go of any tension. Let go of any distracting thoughts. Be completely still and present in the pose. Let your arms cross over a little bit further. And then when you're ready, gently unravel the arms and then go opposite way. So this time the left arm comes under the right hand on top. Crossing over the body just in the opposite direction. If you want to take it under the arm, wherever, you can cross your arms, just let the arms fall on the chest. Just want us to get that nice sensation of the arms being twisted in opposite direction. Use of gravity, creating some space in the heart. When we talk about the heart space, we talk about the front and the back of the chest. So at the moment, we're doing it in the back of the heart space. So feel in between the shoulder blades and the back really melt into the ground. Inhale deeply, exhale a little bit deeper. Inhale deeply, exhale, really let them arms cross over the body. Option to stay here for relaxation if that feels right for you. Otherwise, set yourself up for Shavasana. To move from the supported bridge. Either lift your hips up to the sky and just pull the cushions away, or maybe roll over onto the right or the left, rolling off the cushions and then removing the cushions away. So in Shavasana, in Yin, it can be really good to use the cushions for support, maybe under the arms, maybe under the back of the knees if you've got lower back problems. If you are going to use a cushion under the head, just make sure that the chin isn't too tucked to the chest and there's not too much pressure on the back of the neck. We've got a really important nerve at the back of the neck called the vagus nerve. So we don't want to put any harsh pressure on that when we're relaxing. If you struggle to find yourself comfortable in Shavasana, or maybe you want to try something different, you can do Shavasana on your front, especially in Yin if you want to go on your front with some cushions to support your arms. Just be a bit curious with what feels comfortable for your body. Feet are mat width, feet fall out to the side. Hands either side of the body with the palms facing up. Again, if you've got the playlist close by or your volume, maybe up in the volume so you can go a little bit deeper into the pose. Making sure the eyelids are closed. Relax the forehead. Relax the eyes into the sockets. I'm going to start scanning down the body from head to toe. Seeing if you can really relax the head and make it heavy. Bringing that awareness back to the current moment, to the breath, the inhale and exhale. Let the head be heavy into the mat. Let the shoulders soften. Notice the weight of the right arm into the mat. Down the shoulder to the elbow. Relaxing the fingers of the right hand. Noticing the weight of the left arm. Down to the elbow, forearm. Noticing any sensations in the chest and the heart. Letting go of any awareness of the breath. Seeing if you can really give yourself permission in Shavasana to just be completely still. Give yourself permission to rest and restore. Seeing if you can notice the weight of the pelvis into the floor. Releasing any tension in the hips. Notice the weight of the left leg and the right leg. Down to the ankle, the feet, the toes. Noticing the weight of the whole body into the mat. Feeling completely supported by the earth, completely supported by each other as we come together to join the practice as a group. Supported by those around you. Silently repeating the mantra in your head. In Shavasana, I fully surrender to the pose. Fully surrender to the pose. Give yourself some gratitude, spending time to stop and pause in the moment with the breath and the body. Facing any challenges in silence. Sitting with the moment, sitting with the breath, sitting with the mind. Bringing the body to a place where we completely let go of anything that no longer serves us. As you start to deepen the inhale, on the exhale, Let go of any negative energy that you still feel in the body. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in fresh oxygen. Exhale out any tension. Starting to extend the inhale and exhale yourself. Reflecting back on your intention at the start of class and just noticing how different the body feels compared to the start of class. Knowing that the breath is there for you whenever you need it to feel grounded and centered. Option to finish the practice in Shavasana. Making sure you're nice and relaxed for the evening. Or if you want to finish the practice sitting up, then you can roll over onto your left or right side, whichever feels more natural. Use your hands to come up to a seated position. Taking the movements nice and slow. See if you can keep the eyes closed. And then when you're seated, just take any intuitive movements that the body needs. So maybe some over the shoulder. Maybe just looking over the right and left shoulder. Maybe a big stretch. Whatever the body needs, just try and take an intuitive movement. Try not to think about it too much. Just spent 60 minutes getting the body ready to be restored, so just let the body move the way it needs to. And then finding a comfortable place of stillness to finish the practice. Placing the hands at prayer at heart center. Close down the eyes. Notice how you feel right now. One last chance to let go of any negative energy that the body is storing. Feeling fully restored. Reminding yourself that the body wants to feel well and healthy. Our emotional state wants to feel well and balanced. When you're ready, gently inhale your hands above you, still in prayer. And then exhale, sweep them down to your heart center. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And the next inhale, take your arms up. Bring to your awareness one thing you feel grateful for. And then exhale, bring it down to your heart center. Keep your hands at prayer heart center. Option to set yourself an intention for the week ahead, known as a fresh start. Being true to yourself in the practice of yoga, listen to the body and what it needs. Inhale, bring your hands to your third eye for kind thoughts this week. Inhale to your lips for kind words to yourself. And inhale to your heart for a healthy and happy week for yourself and your family. Thank you for sharing your energy with me this evening. The light me sees, acknowledges the light in you. Bow to the practice and to each other. Namaste. I think for my mum that was no. I think it was namaste, but a very sleepy one. Well done for doing yin. It's quite often the hardest practice. So I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Have a lovely Zen Sunday.
Thank you.
I feel ready for it now.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Anna.
Good. Ready for the day. Well, the week.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank
Sleep well,
you.
everyone.
Thank you, will do. Bye.
See you soon, Jules. Bye.
Bye, Julia.
See you. Bye.